Everybody dreams of retiring rich. In today's video, we're breaking down methods anyone can follow to build real wealth. So, you've hit 40 and suddenly the idea of retirement doesn't feel like some far-off fantasy anymore. The good news? It's not too late. The bad news? You don't have decades to mess around. At this age, the smartest way to play is to crank up your savings and stop pretending small changes don't matter. Every dollar counts now. You skip the extra car you don't need, you stop treating eating out like a daily hobby, and you redirect that cash into investments that actually grow. This is where you load up your retirement accounts like your 401k, IRA, whatever tax-friendly bucket you can pour money into. But savings alone won't get you there. You need growth. That's where index funds, EFTs, and dividend-paying stocks become your best friends. You can't be reckless, but you also can't play it so safe that your money just sits in a savings account getting eaten alive by inflation. At this point, your strategy has to be aggressive enough to catch up, but steady enough not to blow up. Real estate has always been one of the things people talk about when it comes to building wealth, and the truth is, it works because it's simple. At the end of the day, everyone needs a place to stay, and that makes property different from most other investments. People think they need a large amount of money to get started, but even one small property can change the way your finances look if the money is available to purchase real estate. Renting out a unit might cover your mortgage or at least take some weight off your monthly bills. But if you don't have the money to buy properties, REITs, also known as real estate investment trusts, are a great way to get started. They work like stocks, but instead of investing in a company, you're buying into a portfolio of properties. It's a simple way to tap into real estate income without actually owning a building. Another option is to invest in loans that other people use to purchase real estate. Through certain platforms, you can lend money that's pooled together with other investors, and when the borrower makes payments, you earn a return with interest. You don't need to manage tenants or take care of properties yourself. You're basically acting like the bank, and the best part is that you still benefit from the real estate market while keeping things hands-off. If you own real estate yourself, it isn't always smooth. There are months when a tenant leaves or when the boiler breaks down and suddenly you're paying for repairs you didn't plan for. The real win in property isn't flipping houses for quick cash or trying to own 10 different buildings. It's owning one or two places that bring in steady rent, covering their own costs, and quietly building value as the years pass. But not everyone has the money or patience to get into real estate. That's why so many people turn to their own small business. Starting a business sounds scary to a lot of people, but it doesn't always mean opening a giant company or risking everything you own. Sometimes it begins with something small, like turning a hobby into a side income or offering a service you already know how to do. Maybe it's baking on weekends, cutting hair after work, or fixing phones for friends. The point is that business doesn't always start with $1 million idea. The difference between working a job and running a business is control and the ability to develop your own plan. With a job, your income depends on someone else. With a business, even a small one, you set the pace. You can choose how much time to put in, what direction to grow, and how to improve. That control can be stressful, but it can also be freeing. Money from a business is never guaranteed, especially in the early days. Some months feel slow and you question if it's worth the effort. But then there are moments where things click, like your product's selling out or when someone tells a friend about you. And suddenly orders start coming in. That's the spark that keeps most people going. There will always be risks like slow sales, tough competition, or unexpected costs, but learning to manage those challenges is part of the process. And unlike investments you can't control, a business is shaped by your choices, effort, and creativity. If you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket by running a business and making it your main focus, then you can create a side hustle. It's a way of earning money outside your main job, and for many people, it feels like the most approachable path. It can be driving a few hours for a rideshare app after work, selling clothes online, tutoring a subject you're good at, or even making digital products people can download. The beauty of a side hustle is that you can start with what you already know or enjoy. Unlike a full business, a side hustle doesn't usually carry heavy risks. You don't need to rent an office, hire staff, or invest huge amounts of money. Most of the time, you just need your time, your skills, or even your phone and internet connection. What makes side hustles powerful isn't just the extra cash, but the freedom they create. That money can go toward paying off debt faster, covering bills without stress, or even saving for a goal you didn't think was possible before. Side hustles also teach you skills that can grow into bigger opportunities. Maybe you start freelancing for fun and suddenly a client offers you regular work, or you start baking for friends and people start asking you to cater their events. Many small businesses begin as side hustles that grew naturally because people saw value in them. It's not always easy. Balancing a full-time job with a side hustle can mean long evenings, weekends spent working or feeling tired. But the reward comes when you look at the extra income and realize it's bringing you closer to independence. Some people keep their side hustle small forever, while others eventually let it grow into their main source of income. If you don't need the extra money you earn and you're willing to take some risks with your extra earnings, then investing might be the one for you. It can feel like stepping into a world full of strange terms and flashing numbers, but it's just about owning pieces of companies. When those companies do well, your share grows in value, and sometimes they even pay you a small portion of their profits, called dividends. Most people imagine stock trading as constant buying and selling, but the reality is it's often slower and calmer. You can choose a few companies you believe in, or even invest through funds that spread your money across many companies, which lowers the risk. That way, you're not putting all your hopes on one stock, and you don't have to watch the market every single day. What makes stocks powerful is compounding. That means the money you earn doesn't just sit there, it can be reinvested to earn more. Of course, the stock market has its downs. Prices rise and fall, and there are times when it feels like everything is crashing. That's why patience is so important. If you panic and sell every time things dip, you'll likely lose more than you gain. The best part is you don't need a fortune to start. Many apps and platforms now let you invest with small amounts, even the price of a coffee or two. Stocks may not give you the control that businesses or property does, but they give you flexibility. You don't have to fix broken pipes, chase tenants, or manage employees. You just let your money work quietly in the background while you go about your life. In the end, the goal isn't just to have more money, it's to have choices. Choices about how you spend your time, where you live, and how you take care of your family. The sooner you start using them, the sooner they begin to work for you.